Hey there, welcome to my next video. So in this one I want to discuss a very important subject, which is about keeping children safe online. It's very common these days that most kids have got a mobile device or their own computer. So knowing what your kids are up to and keeping them safe online is extremely important. So I pulled up this quick image which has some really cool online safety rules that I thought I'd just go over with you. And then I'm going to actually show you a live example or a scenario of what can happen when it comes to cyber online stuff, when it comes to predators and what they're actually getting up to these days. Because for one, you never know who you're actually meeting online. They can say they're a kid and they're probably not a kid. They're probably going to ask them to meet up, and this is very, very dangerous. So you need to be able to be aware of this, but you also need to be able to monitor this. And I'm going to mention an app later on that will actually help you do this, and it's really cool. So first of all, let me go over some of these safety rules. So first of all, a pretty obvious one is you're probably aware of this, but your kids might not be. So you don't want to give out any personal details like your school name or a photo or anything online like that where people can actually see it on the internet. In other words, if you're giving out your personal details with their full name, and at the same time they've got a picture in the background is the school name and maybe even the address. So therefore someone knows where your kids are 24, 6 or 7 hours of the day where you're not there. All right, so that's quite dangerous and you want to avoid that. Now, you may know this, but you want to educate your kids on this sort of subject as well. Another thing is, which is pretty, it's just pretty commonplace for parents to understand this, you never meet someone you met online in real life. It can be dangerous. It can be very, very dangerous. And this video I'm going to run for you is a perfect scenario of why that is dangerous. Now, kids are very naive to this, so they may think another 10-year-old is chatting to them about their favorite video game or whatever, and they want to get together to talk about it, right? And then they'll set up a time to meet them. That is extremely dangerous, and that is the kind of thing that can happen. Another one is you tell your parents if you see upsetting language, nasty pictures, or if you are being cyberbullied. Now, that's something that you need to talk to your kids about, so they know that if anything comes up like that, they need to be able to talk to you about that and bring it up so you can sort of investigate as to what's going on. Now, if you're using an app like I'm going to mention later on, you won't need them to tell you anything because you'll know exactly what is going on. All right, another thing is you want to be nice to people like the way they would be on the playground. So, tell your kids to, don't become the cyber bully in a sense. Don't be a bully online because it's only going to come back to them tenfold, and that's not what they want. Another one is to be very careful with what you post on the internet because it will remain on the internet forever and might be misused. So in other words, obviously anything that's too personal or anything that's embarrassing to a friend or a family relative or anything like that, think twice before you are posting that sort of stuff online. And even for parents, they share too much stuff about their kids, naked photos, all that sort of stuff when they're very young. That's there forever, so you want to be aware of that. Alright, so hopefully those few tips have helped you out and it kind of opened your mind up to what we're actually talking about here. So in this next section, I'm going to show you a full example, an example of how this can occur in a real life situation from actually having a cyber bully, or not so much a cyber bully, but a predator, an online predator posing as someone he's really not and getting your kids to meet with him. So let's go and check that out right now. So, okay, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully you got some ideas. Hopefully you can see the seriousness of what it is that these online predators are actually up to. So one of the biggest things that you can do is you can be a responsible parent by monitoring what your kids are doing online. And one of the ways to do that is obviously to employ other technology. Now, one of the things that I use to keep my kids safe is an app. It's a mobile spy app or a tracking app called UMOBX. So what I'm going to do is in another video, I'm going to go through a detailed review of that. And way down below in the description, you will see a link. It's going to take you to a video that shows you everything about that, the features, the benefits, why you need it, why I use it, everything you need to know about it, the pricing, the whole lot. And on top of that, I've actually been able to secure you a discount, which I hope helps you out. All right, so if you want to start keeping your kids safe online, I recommend you take up these tips, you start doing this sort of stuff. If you didn't write some notes, if you didn't actually take some stuff down or keep that stuff in mind, go back, watch the video again, and check the rest of it out. In other words, be proactive, be a proactive parent. Okay, so what I want you to do now, if you want to see more videos like this, if you want to get more tips on how to keep your kids safe online, keep them away from online predators, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. You'll see a subscribe button. Just go ahead and click that button. Also, like the video, please share it around so other parents can get this information as well. And please leave a comment below. So if you have any other suggestions of any other sort of topics you want me to cover along this niche or this area, please go ahead and leave a comment below. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out my other videos in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.